Hey guys, Tapdog here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the animation pack. Now I do know there are two packs out in the game right now, but the other pack, which is the horn or the booming spike pack, I've actually reviewed previously, so I'm not going to review that again, but I will put a link in the description to the video where I've reviewed the booming spike pack. That way you can check that out and kind of get an idea of what the cards are that you should be looking for in that pack. But I have never had the pleasure to talk about and discuss the animation pack, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And let me tell you, this pack is a really great pack. Horn pack is too. Either of these are great packs, so definitely if you have some gems, you're going to be wanting to spend them on either of these packs, probably more so cartoon pack. But let's look at the cards and see why that is. And we're going to start with the gold combo card that comes with this pack, and that's going to be Cartoon. Cartoon has 17 attack and 16 defense when it's leveled up, and it is a combo card. It has 108 combos. Yes, you heard that right, 108 combos. This is one of the higher end gold combo cards. 0 of those combos are bronze, 1 silver, 40 are gold, and 67 are diamond. So you're talking about a combo card that has not only over 100 combos, which is a plus thumbs up, but it doesn't have any bronze and just 1 silver. And then the majority of the combos it makes are diamond combos. So when I say that this is a good combo card, I mean it. In fact, Mr. Anderson, when he ranked this in his gold combo card video, he gave it a 5 out of 5. And I've got to agree, this is another one of those 10 out of 10 combo cards, the must-have combo cards for your deck, just like Invention is. So I highly recommend you get this card, but let's look at the combos it makes and see why it is such a great card. So it has 4 combos that give you that 66 total stat, which includes Rex's Lab and Nosferatu Duck. I do make that Nosferatu Duck often. That's a great combo, Cartoon plus Vampire Onyx. That's 35-31, but even the Rex's Lab, I make that often too with a 38-28. So this is a great card. It has a lot of these high-end attacks, high-end defenses. But you keep going down, you'll see there's quite a few of these 65 attacks, or total scores, I should say, and 64 total scores. A large amount of 63s, handful of 62s and 61s and 60s. And at that point, that's when you drop, as you normally do, from all the Onyx combo cards down to the regular combos. But even with the regular combos, it has quite a few of these great combos, including like Brain Warlord and Polaris Knuckles and these other combos that have a high attack and a still pretty good defense on them. So you keep going down, you'll see there's a large amount of these mid-50s, so 55, 54s, 53s, some 52s and 51s as well, and then 50s. And then once you get below 50 or so, that's when you see that drop to the rares, and that's when you have more of those glass cannons where they might not be very useful. They have some opportunities for usefulness, but this bottom section here are kind of more of the second tier, not as good of combos that they make. Alright, so again, overall, Cartoon has plenty of good combos. It makes plenty of high attacking combos that still have a good defense, and it's a must get for your arena. I had 1 fused of these in my deck, and I've been waiting like over a year for this to come back out, and so I bought 1 pack and I got 2 more in there, so I was really excited about that. So I'll probably just leave those 2 unfused and use them in my heroics. But it is fun to finally have some more of those cartoons, because that is such a great combo card to add to arena and heroics. Alright, now let's look at the Onyx card. Unfortunately, this isn't as good of a card, but you know, it's still a decent card in its own right. But that's going to be the Ash Onyx card. It has 20 attack and 21 defense. Now, because this is a bronze combo card that's been upgraded, it doesn't have that many combos. It only has 70 combos. 3 are bronze, 13 are silver, 28 are gold, and 26 are diamond. And again, that's just telling you the research time. That's why I share that for the Onyx cards. Obviously, they're all going to be diamond or Onyx combos. When Mr. Anderson came out with his video recently, he included the Ash card in his lowest tier, his 1 out of 5s, and I might say it's slightly better than that, maybe give it a 3 out of 10. at most, but it's definitely not really good because of the low quantity of combos. It's probably closer to a 2 out of 10, so it's similar to his 1 out of 5, but potentially a 3 out of 10, and I'll show you why that is. So let's take a look at the combos it makes. Again, typically the highest combo you're going to see is a 70 or a 71 when it comes to the Onyx combo cards, and that's the case here. You have two 70 total stats. One of them Smog Horror, which I love that. It's got a 40 attack and 30 defense. That's a great card. Also, you see quite a few of these 37, 33s when you're dealing with the Onyx cards. That's a nice one as well because it still has a really high attack, but it has a good defense as well. So as you keep going down, you'll see there's quite a few of these, like the 38, 31s there, and the 34, 34s. All of those are great cards. There are a couple like Panda, which is not really useful because it's a defense-focused one. You might want to use that on a turn where your opponent's going to use their critical strike, but that's about it. So those are the 69s and 68 total scores. You keep going down, you'll see some 67s, 66s, and 65s. A large amount of 65s. That's another good combo, the 36 29s. I see those happen a lot. In this case, it's for Phoenix and Dark Space Lord, but I've seen them for other combos as well. 36 29 is a very, very common attack defense for an Onyx card with a regular card. Keep going down, you'll see there's a large amount of 64s and 63s, as well as the 62s, 61s, and 60s, and then it kind of drops off there to kind of the lower tier ones here with the 59, 58, 55s, and 54s. Again, anything below 60 for an Onyx card is kind of a lower quality, not that great combo. So Ash Onyx, if it had more combos, it would definitely rank higher because it does have some good combos, and it might even be decent in your deck, especially if you have some of those higher end combos like Sci-Fi Onyx and Toy Onyx and Fire Onyx. So it could be useful in some people's. It was in my heroics or my arena for a little while, but it just got booted out because it didn't combo with enough of my cards that are currently in my deck. But with that being said, I do believe we added about at least 10 new combos for this card. It might be close to 15, so that would bump it up a little bit higher. But for now, it's that 2 or 3 out of 10 score. All right, with that being said, let's look at the final form cards that come with this pack. There are, I think, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 cards that could be useful in your arena or heroics from this pack. So let's talk about those. The first one's going to be good for your heroics, and that's the Skeleton Overlord. Skeleton Overlord has 32 attack and 24 defense. It's a Crushing Blow card, so you wouldn't use it for its Crushing Blow. Instead, you would just level it up to 5, put it in your heroics, and be able to use it as a damage dealer to your opponent. So it's got a nice attack and a pretty good defense too, but again, it's a Crushing Blow, so it's not very useful. Some people do use these in their arena or heroics when they fuse it, but I would just think it's smarter, deal more damage, use it as a Crushing Blow in your heroics that's unfused. Alright, next up is going to be Mr. Beetleson. I'm not going to say that 3 times, I know what happens when you do. But Mr. Beetleson has 33 attack, 22 defense, and he's a curse card. Curse cards aren't good fused, so just, again, same thing as before. You're going to level this up to level 5, put it in your heroics, and just use it as a damage dealer. It has 1 extra attack as compared to the Skeleton Overlord, but it has 2 less defense, so it's slightly not as good as Skeleton Overlord, but because of that high attack, you should be fine, and usually your opponents in heroics don't do more than 20 or so damage for the most part, so you should be good with a 22 defense on there. Third good card in here is going to be Brain Warlord. It has 34 attack, 23 defense. This is by far the best of the damage dealers for just heroic purposes. Because it has that high attack with 34 and also a high defense at 23. So I would definitely, if you needed to add an extra damage dealer to your heroics, this would be the best one of these 6 we're going to talk about. However, there are 2 critical strikes that we're going to mention as well. So same as before with the first 2, you just level it up to 5, leave it unfused, put it in your deck, and call it a day. But the next cards, the last 2 are critical strikes, so these could be good in your arena or your heroics. The first one is probably better just for your heroics, and that's going to be Hungry Coyote, which has 31 attack and 25 defense. It's a critical strike card. as I said, so that makes it, instead of 31, it goes up to 62. This is kind of on the lower quality of Critical Strike cards. Didn't make the top 10 list, so because it doesn't have that great of an attack. So if you do use this, I'd say it's more for your heroics, and I'd probably leave it unfused as well. You could fuse it. These are the one cards that I think are useful to be fused in your arena, in your heroics. But even then, I just have a handful of fused ones in mine. Most of mine I leave unfused because it gives you more damage over time that way. And then finally, the best card from this pack to use for your arena, besides obviously Cartoon, is going to be Food Squad. 34 attack, 21 defense, Critical Strike card. I believe this was number 10 on my top 10 list, might have been number 9, but this is a high damage dealer. It does have kind of a low defense for its type, but because it has that high attack, it doubles to 68, so this is definitely a good one to add. I had this in my arena for a long time, because, well, it was about a year or so. Whenever that Cartoon pack last came out, I was able to get 2 of these and fuse them. And I only took them out once I got the snipers, because those are a better choice with the 36 attack. But definitely a good card to invest in if you need a Critical Strike for your arena. This is one of the higher end options. And yeah. So that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about the animation pack. One little bit of housekeeping news for you guys. I know I went on a vacation earlier this year to Hawaii with my, well, at the time, she wasn't my wife, but she became my wife, and we went on our honeymoon. But that was actually a free trip we got, but we already had a wedding planned and everything else planned, and so that's going to be coming up in about a week and a half or so. So I'll be gone out of country on my actual honeymoon for about 2 weeks in the middle of July. So Mr. Anderson will be doing pack reviews while I'm gone, and I will come back in probably towards the end of July, in the 20s, somewhere in there. So once I'm back, I'll come back to doing the reviews. But in the meantime, you'll be in good hands with Mr. Anderson. He'll have to make fun of himself, I guess, and he'll just don't listen to him on Critical Strikes, because he's going to say you should use the 2927s, which are horrible. All right. Anywho, I've wasted enough of your guys' time. I hope you guys are having a great day and enjoying your summer. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye.